So the news that we're going to be talking about today is kind of aptly timed because also in this day in history, we're going to have a this day in history and the news. In this day in history, 2 years ago, June 25th, 2016, Takara Tomy released the United Warriors UW07 Bruticus, which was their big box set of Bruticus from the Combiner Wars for Japan, excuse me. With their United Warrior stuff. But the reason why I bring it up is because the news that we're going to be talking about today is both Robot Kingdom's Facebook page and a few other different photo reveal websites have shown now some proper images of what originally we were calling the Power of the Primes Blast-Off, like special edition release. But now it's been confirmed due to the fact that now we see the packaging. It's going to be called Prime Wars Trilogy Blast-Off. And what it is essentially is the aforementioned United Warriors Bruticus box set got a special release of Blast-Off. And the reason what that is exactly is because what we got as Blast-Off originally for Combiner Wars was they just repainted one of the jets from Superior, I believe it was Quickslinger, they repainted. So it wasn't a shuttle, it was a jet. Okay. And they did that just, they did that for ease. It was something that was very prevalent in the American releases of Combiner Wars where one member was an oddball member instead. Yeah. Or alternatively, because they couldn't, they didn't have the mold designed at the time, they'd just do an easier route. So the best example of that is Groove, where Groove originally with Defensor was absent. They kind of made him a small little Legends figure instead, and they put in someone else instead. Right. So, and then later on, Japan would then make a proper Groove, and then that Groove would get released here as a special release. Long story short, same thing happened here with Blast-Off. Blast-Off was an individually carded Combiner Wars figure that was available, which was a repaint of one of the aerial bots, and that was that. Then Japan was just like, well, we're going to do our own box set, and we're going to tool a shuttle version of them and do it proper. Yeah. So they had their Combiner Wars Blast-Off, which looked very good and everything. So now we have ours, and it comes in a fancy box. It says Combiner Wars on the inside too, so it still technically is probably under the Combiner Wars emblem, even though it's part of this Prime Wars trilogy. Yeah. But
it seems like the cover of the box has like a a lithograph, like like various colors, like you shimmer it in the light kind of thing.
Oh, you mean like almost like holographic?
Yeah. I'm getting that vibe from the box because it just seems like there's a lot of color. Maybe it's just the paint, the
light
the
reflection.
Way it's printed. But I don't. It seems like a special. Like this is special. It feels like it's a big deal.
And the funny thing is like it's called Prime Wars Trilogy on the box. On the inside, when you open up the window flap, it says Combiner Wars. But on that box art itself, what you're talking about, the holographic box art, if you look in the background, you see all the Power of the Prime emblems and the logos in the background there. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a fusion of a lot of stuff that's going on with Generations right now from the different subline IPs. So essentially, it's, like I said before, it's the Japanese release of the mold, although the paint scheme that's done on it this time around is more indicative of that of really a lot more of that of the original G1 toy, where the Japanese one was kind of a departure. A lot of people weren't happy with the colors that the Japanese one did. It was close enough, but at the time we didn't have a choice, so they were just happy with what they got. Where this this one that we're getting here in America is way more toy accurate, so that's pretty cool, and show accurate if you really want to be a stickler. So, but what he also comes with, which is a nice bonus, is he comes with a Prime Master. Which again is kind of separates from the Combiner Wars thing, but more of Power of the Primes. He comes with a Prime Master of Megatronus, which is, hey, that's pretty freaking awesome. So, and the Megatronus sports a unique color scheme this time around, and it looks like, I mean, I don't think it's really trying to throw a nod at anything specifically. If anything, it's just G1 Megatron, the toy, maybe. If I had to pick a color, because it's like it has the gray areas, it has the black areas, and then it has the reds. The reds were on the original G1 Megatron toy, were found on the interior thighs and stuff like that. So if it's, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's not trying to homage anything at all. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. But it looks like it maybe might be trying to just do something special this time around, because we already got a Megatronus coming pretty much, which is pretty much the, I want to say it's the Bomb Burst Pretender shell that from Power of the Primes or whatever, the decoy armor is going to come with Megatronus. So, and that Megatronus is all gray, and I think it's just different shades of gray that one is going to have. So this is a special edition Megatronus that you're getting that's more similar to that of the G1 toy Megatron in color scheme. And then you're getting this Blastoff that has a fancy, more toy accurate color scheme. And then of course on the inside of the door of the window you have Courage is stronger when combined, which is, and it's even trademarked, that term, which is like, it must be something they had planned. So, but pretty much what this all means is we announced, we've been discussing it a lot of times, we talked about Repugnus, we talked about a bunch of other exclusives that are coming down the peg in terms of deluxe scale. I think now we have a good idea of what those boxes are going to look like now. Like we just talked about not too long ago.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you, like the weird, like, the weird ones where it's like, where's this going to fit in?
Well, yeah, like everything that we were kind of assuming, this might be an Amazon exclusive, this might be like, this or that. So I think that we're probably looking at right now how that primary packaging is going to be done, where it's going to have, like, there's the deluxe figure, there's the Prime Master. We were talking about the clear blue one that we're going to be getting of Prima down the line. That's going to be coming with some of the others. So I think that this is going to primarily be how we're going to be getting a lot of this stuff. Like again, Counterpunch that we talked about. Yeah. So it's probably going to be coming in a box like this. So yeah, it gives us a good idea. It's cool that for American, like I got the United Warriors box set, so I already have this mold. But I might double dip again just because of, again, they make sure, well, for even the Japanese, the Japanese collectors and the American collectors who buy Japanese product, even if they already got this, well, now we got a even more accurate color scheme, and it comes with a special Prime Master. So it's new product that it's how do I say it? It's old new product. You know what I mean? So you still get the combiner foot, so you could still use it with your other combiners. It still comes with a weapon. It still comes with the Prime Master, although the funny thing is the Prime Master, it doesn't attach to anything this time around, because the foot that comes with Blastoff here is the one that doesn't have the ability for a Prime Master to plug in. Okay. Kind of like Jazz, like how he has that foot piece that it could still plug into something. Yeah. So it's just more of a bonus. It's like a little extra thing. It's going like, well, we could release this Blastoff on its own, like we did with Groove a while back, but maybe we could just throw in something, make a special box, and make it a big deal. I'm actually kind of excited about this. This is pretty cool. Again, if you're right about that holographic cover, that makes it even more nice.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. I'm just getting that vibe.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
It seems like we're gonna make this look really, really special.
I think
that's the impression I'm getting from this.
Honestly, I think you're right. According to the listing, it says here that, and probably the reason why we got these images recently was, it says here these are going to start shipping July 1st.
Oh, wow, it's soon.
So very soon. So if you're on RobotKingdom.com, plug for them, I guess. Yeah. You could do pre-orders right away for it. So they're going to start shipping out at the beginning of next month. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And again, this gives us a little bit of an idea of what we're going to get in the future, probably with the other special editions in Repugnus and Counterpunch, and who knows, maybe even how the SDCC stuff might look when we get those too.